I'm Lou Ness. I'm the Executive Director of Shelter Care Ministries. The mission of Shelter Care is to provide shelter, awaken hope, and honor dignity in all of God's people, with a specific emphasis on adults with serious chronic mental illness and families that are homeless. Going from homelessness to housing, the formula for me is housing first, got to be safe, sheltered from the elements, plus employment, plus supportive services, plus a reasonable income to debt ratio. So if you lose your job, your housing expenses that you pay go down, your subsidy goes up. So you stay housed.
Homelessness is expensive. Kids do poorly in school. It's a cycle. Helping families become stable so their kids can get a good education and continue on and get good jobs that pay living wages. I mean, that's good for the entire community. So housing is the ultimate goal where someone has stability. There's a lot of success. I mean, kids staying at the same school for 6 months or a year and knowing what it feels like to have a home and a bed.
It's a 4-week program where we teach individuals the tools on how to search for jobs effectively. In that 4 weeks, they are taught how to identify the skills they have to offer, how to present themselves in an interview, how to fill out applications correctly. We teach basic computer classes. The second week of class, they are required to be in professional clothing. And if they don't have the clothing, then we get them vouchers. If they're here in job search or if they're here in the class and they're applying for jobs and they get, they call someone on the phone and they say, can you come right in? They're ready to go. They're dressed, they have their resume, they're ready to go.
Jubilee Center is a drop-in center for people that have serious mental health issues, some who are homeless. Well, they do multiple things, or sometimes nothing at all. Sometimes they just sit and get their heads together from being out there on the streets or near street living, get to focus. It's sometimes a satellite waiting room for the mental health center. People don't necessarily go to them if they need mental health immediately. They don't always go there. So sometimes they'll come, sit, contemplate, and then make a move towards treatment. At some level, you're just a presence in someone's life where you're here 5 days a week, someone people can talk to. I mean, it's one of the most enjoyable things to do in your life, to be with a group of people, be able to somewhat see the work of your hands and see people, go from living on the streets, the mission, into drugs, no mental health, housed, moved out. There are a lot of those stories.
Yesterday there was a man here. He has nowhere to do his laundry, nowhere to shower. So his biggest delight yesterday was that he was able to use the washing machine here. And I went down to help him because he has trouble. And there was this load of clean towels and dish rags, and he wanted to fold them, and he wanted me to help him. It was really important to him that I stand there and fold towels with him, so I did. It was quiet, it was folding, it was stacking, and he was so happy because he had someone with him. That's like a moment. That's like a day when I feel like I made a difference. And it's the smallest things that people need. It's not huge things.
I work at Maya's house, and it's part of Shelter Care Ministries, and it's for children that are homeless, in a homeless situation, whether it's shelter or doubled up or on the street living in the car with their parents. I believe the program helps the children in nourishment and helps them find some stability in the situations that they live in right now. Most of them are coming from shelters. There's not a lot of flexibility. They have to be quiet in the shelters that they live in, and there's a lot of rules. But when they get to Maya's house, they're able to open up. It definitely inspires me to be a part of the children's lives, and the fact that I make a difference in their life. So I think that when they grow up and get older, they'll be able to remember Maya's house as a happy place. So it puts a happy spot in my soul. Yeah.
My wish is that there are so many people enthused and excited about what we're doing that they're lining up at the door to be our partners, because they know that when they act with us, they'll make a difference in the larger community of Rockford.